responding to catastrophic scenarios. It will focus on evacuations, medical and mobile responses, and about 1,200 volunteers will take part. So again, what this is incrementalism. It's to indoctrinate us to accept what otherwise we would find unacceptable. The military in the streets of America, totally against posse comitatus, readying us for the advent of martial law should they want to implement this scenario.
I'm going to read an excerpt from some of this article by Steve Watson of Infowars.net. Bernanke to CFR, new financial authority is needed. Reform of financial regulation and supervision should be coordinated internationally to the greatest extent possible. Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke has told an elite gathering that a new overreaching financial authority should be created by the government and empowered with sweeping new regulatory responsibilities. Bernanke also induced the renowned globalist group that he believes a new international order could be formed out of this crisis. We must have a strategy that regulates the financial system as a whole, in a holistic way, not just its individual components, Bernanke said in a speech to the Council on Foreign Relations. This is coming, folks. This is the ultimate goal of the New World Order: consolidate financial power, which of course finance is at the center of any control grid.
Something else that we wanted to report on that kind of goes along with that, a Bilderberg plot to control U.S. food. If left to the soft-kill eugenics and control of the government, healthy organic food produced by independent farmers will soon be a thing of the past. Now, I urge everyone to look into this. This is H.R. 875, just unbelievable legislation. On February 23rd, the Federal Times reported on H.R. 875, a bill that would grant the FDA sweeping new powers to regulate food. It was introduced by Representative Rosa DeLauro and arrived shrouded in hype. Specifically, the hysteria surrounding the recent salmonella outbreaks linked to products from the Peanut Corp of America. And again, if you'd like to call in before we go off the air, Statesville number is 704-873-1400. Our Davie County number is 336-499-0681. I will continue with this. The stage is set to implement the FDA's Food Protection Plan, requiring farmers and food producers to register with the government every 2 years. And I mean, if this is not scary, I don't know what is. You're on the Real News.
Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Gentlemen, I just wanted you to know I've listened to you're talking about the Bilderberg guys, and my old man just came back from an international show, and as he got to speak with people from all over the world, he was asking about Bilderberg and about New World Order, and you wouldn't believe the people from last year that didn't know anything about it, and everybody now this year is very well informed on it.
Yeah, I think people are seeing that like this economic meltdown is by design. Something is wrong. There has to be a secret hand manipulating not only the events of the United States government but the world. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, it was just something I wanted to light on and let you know. You know, we're in this kind of small community, thinking like this or listening to this or reading this stuff. It's really obvious now, and that's good. That's good.
It is good, and one of the signs of this is the bullets flying off the shelf, like the gentleman that just called in saying. I mean, it warms my heart, does me good to hear someone saying they're loading them up by the forklift load.
Yeah, really. I've been to the gun shows, especially over here in Hickory. Had one the week before last, and it's a crowd going through the parking lot to get in. Number one, they start standing in line at 8 o'clock. It doesn't open till 9. And if you don't have a particular dealer or somebody that you know that's carrying exactly what you want, by midday you're not going to get it because it's not sitting on the table.
And Farron and I were one of the very few media outlets to even covered Bilderberg last year. It was us, of course Alex Jones was there, and American Free Press, Jim Tucker, We Are Change, just a handful of the alternative media sources out there just struggling to get this information out, and I believe we're finally having some major impact.
Yeah, I think people are curious about it. Is it real? What's going on? And then when they look into it and they find out it's not a conspiracy theory, it's all true, even though it sounds a little far-fetched, but unfortunately it just happens to be true. So my goal is to wake up and alert as many people as possible to what the true reality of our situation is here, and for people to get their heads out of the sand, take off the rose-colored glasses, and start admitting to what the truth is.
Exactly. I talk to my older friends that are about my age in their early 60s and up, and they don't have a clue. Absolutely don't have a clue. And I try and get them to listen to some of these other radio stations and TV news stations, and they act like it's way out there, that they just can't comprehend it. Now, I'm telling them, get a grip, get used to it, start going back to the old ways before it overcomes us, and we won't have the opportunity.
Yeah, but this right here that we're reporting right now, H.R. 875, where the government is trying to implement license on farmers, and no one knows about it. It's not on the mainstream press. Rush Limbaugh wouldn't touch it with a 12-foot pole. But the people need to be made aware of this. This is happening now.
Exactly. And I'm afraid the people now aren't going to have the stamina to hold up.
Well, I certainly do appreciate you calling. I'll give you the last word today, ma'am.
If you ever get the opportunity to have what is Alan Keyes, please do.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to have him on, actually. That would be great.
That would be an eye-opener for this area, for this community.
I agree with you on that. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Again, if you'd like to call in before we go off the air, 704-873-1400, 336-499-0681, and next week we will be broadcasting at the same time. We may have a different phone number and a little different format. Just wanted to let everyone know up front to be aware of that. We will have the information on our website once we know for sure. I want to continue with this H.R. 875. The new administration is pushing new farm controls through Congress as fast as possible and have coordinated the bill so there will be no debate and the committee meetings are closed, explains Lynn Cole for the National Solutions Foundation. Our concern focuses on pending legislation to establish a Food Safety Administration with the Department of Health and Human Services. This bill is H.R. 875, and the Senate is considering a similar bill, 425. If Congress insists upon passing these bills, it is very important that Congress write in these bills specific language protecting organic and small farms and ranches. You're on Real News.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm fine. You're giving out your other phone number too fast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I tend to get excited, and I probably do talk too fast. I've been told that before. But you're with us. Go ahead.
No, my phone is not up to par, and I'm just barely hearing you. Could you give the phone number out, that second phone number out over the air a little bit slower?
Yes.
Give me just a few seconds.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our phone numbers are 704-873-1400, and the Davie County number is 336-499-0681. So this is an amazing story here, Brian. They're trying to legislate away people having a small garden. They're trying to license the farmer. We've already been through Monsanto, where they're not trying, they've already patented seeds. I mean, we're under attack under so many different ways. Just like the caller said, she knows Bilderberg's the truth. What we're reporting here is the truth. Might sound far-fetched, but I mean, we are under attack from all sides, just like Larry Pratt said today.
Like Henry Kissinger so famously said, you control oil, you control nations, you control food, you control people.
And it's so true, and we're going to go ahead and go with the poll. Every week we have a poll on our